Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. What's going on, guys? Hope you've had a good week. I'll tell you what, SuperCoach has thrown some serious curveballs at us. So we've got a big teams coming out in a few minutes, which I'll check. I don't know why my laptop clock says it's 6:13 in the morning, but that's kind of weird. It's basically teams time now. But we'll go through it all. So Tuke Miller, Max Gawn, Isaac Heeney, obviously following his case right now. I still feel like he'll get off. I hope so. Isaac, Rankine. We desperately need Zach Fisher to come back in. McGovern will be out for a few people. So it's a big teams for me. I need, and many of you out there, I need Zach Fisher to be named, and I need Sean Maker to be named, just for my plan. I'll walk you through how I'm going to approach it and what I'm doing with each of those players, because most of them are in my side. But we'll look at the teams in a minute. But I did a random thing today, right? So I've been meaning to go back to my high school and just have a look at it. Now, that not in school hours. I'm not Shorty's not rolling into random schools and walking around. But I just thought, I was feeling nostalgic, and particularly working at a school myself. I thought, gee, I haven't been back to my old stomping ground for a while. And I knew it had changed places and they'd done a bit of reconstruction and that sort of thing. But I was driving home today from my mates, and I actually drove past it, and I thought, well, what better time to do it now? It's holidays. Let's go check it out. And I walked in, and actually, basically 90% of it had gone. It was actually really sad. I didn't even like school that much, like particularly through year 11 and 12, like struggled my way through year 12. But I guess I never felt fully myself at school. I sort of lacked a bit of confidence at school, but I guess I felt comfortable. I had a lot of good mates and, played sport every day and loved it. So I just thought, I thought I'd check it out. And it was actually, it flattened me more than I anticipated, because I knew they'd relocated, so I knew some parts wouldn't be there. But have you ever done that? Have you ever gone back to, a school or an area that you used to hang out in all the time, and it's changed or been knocked down? And I was kind of like, oh shit, I was expecting to really walk through and reminisce a bit, feel nostalgic, but it was kind of weird. I sort of surprised myself about how I felt with it, and I was like, oh shit, there's the gym, there's the library, and that's about it. And I was like, wow, it still sort of takes you back. I'm like, oh, there's the downball courts, but good times anyway. Well, not really. School wasn't the greatest, but you look back and you go, it felt worse at the time than it actually was. Our school was pretty good, had a lot of good mates, and you just played footy, downball, or soccer every day. So certainly wasn't the worst. I've had a lot of jobs where you wish you could finish at 3 o'clock. But let's have a look at these sides, shall we? And just cross the fingers, guys. We need some fortune here. Zach Fisher, you've got to return, mate. You've got to return. So, no changes to the Cats. That's interesting. I thought they may have, but there you go. We'll take that. Come on, Sean Maker, please stay in. Yes. Let's go, baby. I needed that. I needed that cash gen, because I knew Bonner was coming back. Hinge out hurts my draft team a little bit, so please, Ari, Sean Maker, stay away from the subs vest. Same for you, Billy Dowling. Sean Darcy out. That helps our boy Luke Jackson, who may be the saviour. James Sicily comes back. That was touch and go, so that'll be helpful for a few out there. I think this is the teams coming up. No. Max Gawn is obviously one we will touch on. Here we go. So we need Zach back in. Oh, God, bro. Jesus, man. Where are ya? Oh, now we really need Isaac Heeney to get off. Jesus. All right, that's cool. Hopefully no unexpected carnage. Oh, righto. So Tommy DeConning does not come back in. That's going to piss a few off. No, he's in. So he was a late withdrawal. Oh, but Pitnet comes in. That is not good for DeConning owners. Wow, that's brutal. Tuke Miller, of course, we knew. Just don't need any surprises here, guys. Just no surprises. I often don't look at the teams live like this because I'm in the gym and I hear about them anyway. But, we're on school holidays, so this is absolute straight off the bat. So there you go. All right. Let's talk what I'm doing first, and then I'll walk through step by step why I'm doing that, and the reasons before it, and maybe your options, how you could approach it. Now, I'm working on the premise of having no trades left in about 3 weeks, but 25 premiums. And call a premium what you like, but I'll call Charlie Curnow a premium still. Now, of course, Isaac Heeney, he needs to come up. We don't have the green dots, but Fisher is out, and I actually can't even swing Fraser in there to cover him. So that is frustrating. So I will probably... I think I'll be copping a 0 regardless by the looks of it. Because even if Heeney does play, I don't really think... Yeah, because he's not... Yeah, alright. So I think I'm going to cop a 0 regardless. That's a bit frustrating. Didn't expect that. That's a bugger. I thought Heeney getting off might save me, but it won't. Oh, damn, it's so annoying. Yeah, righto. Anyway, yeah, that was unexpected. But so Max Gawn, I'm holding him. It's 2 to 3 weeks, but he's arguably the All-Australian ruck, one of the best averages in our ruck department. So I think you keep him. But people who are saying, can I just cover him with Kruger? I'd be doing everything you can to get Luke Jackson. Now, he's a good price, so he can be a pretty handy F6 or F7, and he's going to be a crucial cover for you for Gawn over the next 2, maybe 3. So the concern for me is that it depends what you're going for. If you're looking for league wins and you've got a couple of easy draws, maybe you don't worry about it this week. But if you're looking for your best overall score, Kruger, if you go with him, he's every chance to score 50, 60, maybe a 40, maybe a 75. Worst case, you could be down anywhere from 150 to 200 points, depending how Jackson goes, or if you did replace Gawn. Now, if I was going to trade Gawn, I would do it for Brodie Grundy or Tristan Cherry or Tim English. And just make those decisions based on your own independent team. Now, some people might have other trades they need to do, and maybe going English is going to be really helpful because he's, about 50k cheaper than someone like Grundy, and 50k goes a long way at this stage of the year. So I couldn't really split the 3. They're all really good options. You might go for the most point of difference option in Tristan Cherry. If you want to try and get an advantage, you might try and save some cash and go English. That might help you with some trades elsewhere. But I would say hold Gawn unless you've got excess trades. If you've got a lot of trades, 6 or 7, then go for it. People often ask me how many trades should I have left? Well, I don't know. How many premiums do you have to upgrade? I think you should have a complete side with probably 2, maybe 3 trades remaining. And as I've said in previous weeks, you should definitely have 23 premiums. So what I'm hoping to do is trade Miller to Matty Rowell. Other options could be Chad Warner. Jai Simpkin is playing well, but I just wonder with Wardlaw coming in. Actually, was Will Phillips omitted? Did I just imagine that or manifest that? But did Wardlaw come in for Phillips? So I think Caleb Sarong's also another fairly cheap option. Connor Rosie's definitely a play. Tom Green also at a nice price range, so there are a few people to consider. Wow, Will Phillips dropped, so there you go. That really opens things up for, guys like Warner and Goulden. That's interesting. So basically, I'm erring on the side of if you can hold some of these guys and cover them with a Jackson or a 23rd premium. Not exactly sure where I was up to, but I was just saying I would look to have a complete side with 2 to 3 trades left, and you should be looking to get a 23rd premium. So I would certainly, it might be a bit of short-term pain, but I would err on the side of holding guys if you can, like Gawn. Get Jackson to cover him. Or Heeney, it's just 1 week. Zach Fisher, it's surely only 1 more week. I'm going to see if we've got anything going on here as to clarity as to where he is. Because I thought he was a test. But yeah, I just think you might have a tough week this week. And again, you may look at your thing and be like, look, I really need to win my league matchup this week to make finals. So you might be a bit more aggressive. But I'm sort of looking at it, because I'm in so many leagues, I don't really focus on one in particular. I just try and do my best overall plan. So I'm looking to be a little bit patient, a little bit of short-term pain right now in order to have hopefully a really good side by round 21 and able to cover quite a few outs if they do happen. Don't like hearing foot, but Zach has made great progress recovering from mid-foot strain against the Dogs after failing to clear availability last Thursday. A positive running session on Saturday morning. Okay, well, gee, yeah, that was a couple of days ago, so it sort of sounded like he was going to play. This was a couple of hours ago. Yeah, right. A likely inclusion for Saturday. Is he in the emergencies? No, he's not. Wow. Yeah, righto. So that sounds like, I'll be interested to see. If anything has come out where he's had a setback, then yeah, get rid of him. With Isaac Rankine, totally understand if you want to trade him. Totally understand. The bloke's out for 4. The difference between, say, Miller and Rankine is clearly a top 5 forward when he's up and about. And I think you're going to want him come round 21, 22, 23, 24. Now, obviously, is he back for round 22 or something? I'm going to try my best to hold him. And I'm going to do that in a way by a bit of short-term pain. I've just seen the orange dot on Darcy Jones. That's clearly extended. Yeah, he won't get dropped. Oh, jeez, this thing's making me nervous. But I'm looking at it in a way that you could go Caldwell. I think Caldwell, Dylan Moore, both good options. I prefer Caldwell. Some people are asking like some cheaper options in the forward line. Jeremy Cameron, Charlie Curnow in a week or two because you're going to drop rapidly. Shea Bolton if you're really desperate and feeling risky. Or Simpkin. But like I said, I feel like Wardlaw may impact him a bit. Good price, good flexibility with his dual position. I just don't love the selection, but I understand that you would go with him. So I'm looking to see how I can make my side as good as it can be through the finals of SuperCoach. So I'm hoping Sean Maker can just get to about 250. Trade him down to just a defensive mid-rookie. Doesn't matter. He's just a floating donut. Put McKercher back as my D7. He might even be on the field the way he's going. And then I'm hoping with this money in the bank, I'm hoping I can go Miller to Rowell this week. And then Sarong's going to drop. He should drop a bit unless he goes nuts. And every dollar's counting for me at the moment. Things are tight. And then I want to go Sarong. Bring him in for Fraser, who I may keep. If he's not the sub, he's every chance to hit his break even or lose 5 or 10k, give or take. And then I want to upgrade Clark or Dowling, depending who makes the most money over the next couple of weeks, to probably Errol Goulden, maybe Adam Treloar. Basically a fallen mid at around 570, 580. And then Tholstrup should make his way up to about 310 or so, and Charlie Curnow should drop anywhere between 350 and 375. So I've done the maths. I believe that can work. That'll give me Curnow as an F7. He'll be my F6 as Rankine's returning. I might be able to just do a bit of emergency loophole with Tholstrup and Jones and just see what I can do. This week's going to be a howler. It's going to be tough. But look, I think I'm just going to wear it. Hopefully I can just nail a big captain or something. I'll put the VC on Nick, I reckon, and probably Bontempelli, the C. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with the C, but that's the way I'm approaching it. So basically, McGovern, I don't know how long he's out for, but I'd err on the side of trading just because it sounded like a nasty injury. Fisher, if he is very close. If there's no setback, I would still hold unless you desperately need a good score this week for your rounds or your overall ranking. I'd hold Gawn with Jackson cover ideally. If you're not going to, probably Tim English, Cherry, or Grundy. Rankine, if you really want to get rid of him, I totally understand why you can. I just think his value is so good because he's a gun forward in what is a very difficult position to find anyone who's half decent. So Caldwell's flying. I think he's a great inclusion if you can afford him. He's just someone that I think I'm going to have to go without, which hurts me, but I think I'm going to have to go without him this year. And what else have we got to consider? I think that was about all I would wanted to speak about, I think. Miller goes. Look, grab anyone you can, but just assess it on your prices and how much money you need. You might have to go cheap, but definitely Connor Rosie's a fantastic option under 500k. So yeah, that's about all. Look, I'm going to just have to wear guys like Jordan Dawson and maybe some guys who are a bit out of touch. Like Tom Stewart and Tom Green are great examples of how premiums can bounce back and respond. I wouldn't be surprised if Dawson goes to half back with Mitch Hinge out and just finds a bit of form. So we'll wait and see. I wonder how Heeney's going over here, but it'll be very interesting to see. Such a big talking point. Yeah, this one could go on for a while, but yeah, look, I think we're just going to have a difficult week this week. It's not ideal, but see how we go. It's going to be a tough one. Make sure you've got, a bit of a long-term plan. I wouldn't leave yourself too short. But yeah, as I always say, get the pen and paper out, jot down your moves, jot down your plans, and sometimes it answers itself whether you can or can't do something. So you might be hurt a little bit this week, but I tell you what, a bit of short-term pain if you can afford it. You might be laughing all over your mates come round 22 in the finals when they're absolutely cooked and tradeless. No 23 premium. It could end up being a masterstroke for you if you play your cards right here, right now. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.